Everything I've just told you about networking up, you have to reverse and do it the other way around. So you may have a younger brother, you may have some kids in college, you may know this guy, you may know a dude who works in fucking, I was about to say Blockbusters. Blockbusters hasn't even been open for years. Blockbusters. He's the only guy who still works for Blockbusters, standing there on his own. Works at Blockbusters, and he wants a chance. If someone ever goes to you, and let's say you're driving a half nice car or something, and say, oh, they know you make money online. Oh, how do you make money online? Say, oh yeah, well, you know, I've got a few things. I've got this business going. Maybe we could work together sometime, but, and then you have to get them to validate themselves. You have to say, yeah, maybe we can work together sometime. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about this course? Or have you heard about this kind of marketing? Or have you looked into drop shipping? Yeah, send me an email about it. And see how much they apply themselves. And what you're going to find out is maybe 9 out of 10 are time wasters. But you're going to have the one guy who really wants it. And now you have someone who's prepared to basically work for free in many cases. Work for free in many cases just to have a chance at life. And that's the kind of thing that can be valuable. Networking up is fantastic, but networking down is just as good. I knew a guy who said, you need friends in high places and you need friends in low places. And he was absolutely correct. We could go through, in his town, we go through any McDonald's drive-thru, it was free. Go in any liquor store, the vodka was free. He knew everyone at the low places, and he knew the mayor of the town. So having people in low places is just as important as high places. So you're sitting here trying to make a list of all the people you know who are important. You now have an action list. You have to provide those guys value. Fine. But you also have a whole bunch of people looking for a chance. And if you're higher value than them, you're the value. Now you're the prize. You got to find a way to motivate them to work for you. And this is one of the biggest keys to networking, because if you do this effectively, then you're going to be more and more. You're going to push yourself higher up the ladder. You can find a whole bunch of college students. Let's say you have, I'll give you an example. You can go on Fiverr right now. You could invent a graphic design company. I own a graphic design company. You can make a website. You can lie on the website and say you turn over millions of dollars. You can go to a graphic design college or know some kids who do graphic design. You can go to them and say you're going to give them all interviews. They've designed 3 logos. You can go on Fiverr and say you design logos for $50 each. And when people pay you $50, you'll get them to do it for free and you keep the money. That's just a very basic idea, but it's a very basic example of how you can network lower by just feigning. When I say feigning competence, it's not even feigning competence. You're competent enough to make a website. You're competent enough to get the jobs on Fiverr. So by just being competent and just coming across as a more higher value person, you can network down and get people lower than you to do work for you. And that's another thing that a lot of people don't do. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Because if the people below you prove themselves to be especially competent and prove themselves to do a very good job, then you're going to elevate them. If you have one guy who does fantastic logos, he does them in 20 minutes, he gets them straight across to you, and he's ready to work like a dog, well, then you're going to have a real company, aren't you? Because you're going to hire him. Say, okay, you're the guy. I'm going to use you all the time. I'm going to put more ads on Fiverr. I'm going to get more jobs. You're going to do them all. I'll give you X amount of money per logo. I'll keep the rest. Bang, done. So networking down is a fantastic thing. It doesn't make you a bad person, because if you find someone of competence, you're going to elevate them. And that elevates you. You now own a graphic design company. You didn't own shit. Now you own a graphic design company. Now you can be emailing all the 5 important people I told you on your list, the 5 important ones, and you can be saying, hey, just looked at your logo. Yeah, it's really good, but I've got this graphic design company, and I just had my guys have a look. Here's a few proofs. I don't know if you'd be interested. Something to think about. Let's catch up soon. Bang. Send a couple free logos to an important person. Let them sit there and go, that's interesting. So you've networked down, and now you're providing value to people higher than you. The whole thing about networking is providing value. Walking around in a suit and handing out your business card and saying your name isn't providing value to anybody. You need to provide value, and if you can't do that, you need to at least promise to provide value. And if you promise to provide value, it has to be a genuine promise. Because the world's full of promises nowadays, and the world's full of lies. So if I was an accountant and I was doing a networking event, everyone I introduced myself to, I would give them some ridiculous guarantee.